There is a radical new manufacturer that has introduced 2 radical new cars to the Crew Motorfest. See what I did there? With just a couple of weeks left in this Red Bull season of TCM, which had us treading water on dirt bikes and soaring at incredible speeds in jet-powered airplanes, we once again redirect our focus toward our road-going greats. Ubisoft seems quite proud to include 2 track-ready heroes from a manufacturer renowned for producing track-ready monsters. So who is Radical? Well, Radical, or Radical Sports Cars as they're officially known, is a company based in Peterborough, Cambridgeshire that specializes in creating road legal and track only sports cars. You may have seen them on various racetracks in England or other parts of the world, including the Nürburgring, attempting to break certain records. They also participate in official racing, producing cars for the FIA GT3 class and even LMPs for Le Mans. They pretty much did it all. They are a well-known manufacturer in racing games. The Crew Motorfest is the latest in a long line of titles featuring Radical in their manufacturer lineup. So let's take a look at these 2 cars, shall we? First, we have the RXC 600R. The RXC should look very familiar, especially if you have been playing Forza or Project Cars for some time, as this car has been included in many iterations of both series. The 600R is the latest variant of the RXC, boasting a 3.5-liter twin turbocharged V6 derived from a Ford GT or Ford F-150 Raptor. This engine generates 650 horsepower here, which is impressive for a car that weighs just over 2,400 pounds. The other car here is the SR10 XXR, the successor to the SR3, SR4, and SR8. All 3 of those variants had a wide array of engines, ranging from a 998cc Honda Superbike engine to a 1,000 horsepower triple turbocharged inline 4. The SR10 XXR doesn't feature anything too crazy except for a 2.3-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder from a Ford Focus RS or a Ford Mustang EcoBoost. In this setup, it produces an upgraded 425 horsepower, which is tremendous for a car that weighs under 1,600 pounds. So how do they compare in the Crew Motorfest? First, it's important to note that both cars belong to the racing discipline, marking this as the first elite bundle in the game without 2 new hypercars. I know some people might be a little upset about it since you can't really customize the exterior of a race car visually in the game, but it's also refreshing because up until now, all we've received in TCM Elite bundles are hypercars. The RXC 600R is more powerful but heavier than the lighter, less powerful SR10 XXR. They also exhibit polar opposite driving dynamics regarding grip. The RXC 600R has very loose steering and can be quite drifty if not handled or tuned properly. However, once you do that, you'll realize that it's quite a nimble car, although it can sometimes feel a bit too twitchy and may still tend to oversteer in certain situations. It has an okay launch off the line and its acceleration is decent, but I feel that more could have been extracted. The same goes for its nitrous. It also feels a bit average. It's not noticeably lacking, but you get the impression that there should be more. The SR10 XXR may appear less powerful on paper, but it is significantly lighter than the RXC 600R. According to Ivory-Tower, this means the car boasts incredible acceleration, strong nitrous power, and a slightly higher top speed, despite being 1 mile per hour lower based on its maxed stats in the game. However, it does suffer from considerable understeer when cornering, which is a key drawback of this car. Pro settings tweaks can help reduce the understeer, resulting in a more agile track car. Overall, it feels as though there is excessive downforce at the rear and insufficient at the front, which hinders its ability to navigate corners at high speeds as effectively as the RXC can. When you compare both and see how they measure up against the meta of all racing cars, the GMA T50S, the results sort of speak for themselves. Neither of these cars is truly meta capable, at least in a technical setup like the one I'm racing on. I would also extend that to races with long straights or those with lengthy bends and corners as well. I mean, you can take a look for yourself here. conclusion, the better Radical is the one suited for a specific track. On tracks with long flowing bends and corners, the RXC 600R is the ideal choice because of its excellent handling. For tracks that rely on acceleration and top speed, as well as technical circuits that reward cars for exit speed, the SR10 XXR is preferable due to its strong acceleration and top speed. When it comes to grand races, you will still lag behind the GMA as it merges the strengths of both cars into a complete package, making it considerably faster on sprints and circuits compared to our new Radical duo. There's one more racing car coming this season and it arrives next month, the Ivory-Tower Asus GT, a race spec version of the Ivory-Tower Asus that I mentioned in the preview for Season 6 a couple of months ago before I went on a hiatus. Will that car change the meta? We'll have to find out. Until then, thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw, please leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to us. All of these things really help us out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.